What are the major roles of the president? What's a role? When I say role, what does that mean? Zach? The part you play, or what else? What else? Responsibility. What else, Antonia?
Like it's like the way you deal with
Everybody say this, because y'all both say job.
Job.
I say roll, you say job. Roll.
Job.
All right, and your second one, how does the Constitution check the power of the president? Now, if I want to keep Cam in check, what am I doing? I had to keep Cam in check. What does that mean? To enforce him to do something? I got to make sure he does what he's supposed to do. So, when you hear those two things on this video, think about that, and I should see everybody's pencils going at certain points of the video, okay? So pencil should be in hand. I see Erica has her pencil in hand. Antonia has her pencil ready to take notes. And I'm gonna look over here. Sean is ready. I see you done well. All right, make sure our volume's on. Let's see, what does a president actually do?
Have you ever wondered, what does the president actually do all day?
I thought the president just sits at a big desk, signs papers all day, and yells, "I made a law!" like it's some kind of magic spell. Maybe with a fancy pen and dramatic music.
That's a pretty funny picture. But today, we're learning what the president really does. And you might be surprised. The president is the leader of the executive branch of the government. That means their main job is to carry out and enforce laws.
Okay, I'm going to pause right here because I saw Mason writing, but I didn't see everybody writing.
Laws at all? Then who's doing all the lawmaking while the president is busy with...
All right, and I'm pausing there because I saw a couple of people going, but I saw some people just sitting there. Carry out the laws. Do your best with spelling for right now, okay? Just do your best with spelling. Carry out the laws, the main job.
The fancy pen.
Great question. Congress makes the laws, but we'll talk more about that soon. Some of the president's biggest jobs include signing bills into laws, leading the military as commander-in-chief, meeting with leaders from other countries, and making sure the government runs smoothly.
Information.
I have a question for you. Does the president make laws? A, yes. B, no. C, only sometimes.
No. I think it's B, guys.
The correct answer is B, no. Congress makes the laws, and the president enforces them.
Oh, okay. So Congress builds the law, and the president makes sure everyone actually follows it. Kind of like when my mom makes the rules, and my dad makes sure I don't break them.
Exactly. The president can also veto a bill, which means they can say no to a law Congress passes. But Congress can sometimes override that veto. The president also chooses
Teacher failed. But that was a check. It didn't say check. And I saw some of you were like kind of unsure. It didn't say check, but when Congress can override that veto, that's a way to control the president, okay? So make sure you put override veto. Again, do the best with spelling if you're not sure. And let me try to figure out where I was. Anybody remember that?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, half a minute.
Oh, here it goes, right here. Boom. Oh, shoot.
to a law Congress passes, but Congress can sometimes override that veto. The president also chooses people for important jobs, like cabinet members and federal judges, but the Senate must approve those choices.
That's another check.
Here's a question I have for
The
you.
Senate, the upper chamber.
Who must approve the president's choices for cabinet members and judges? A, the Supreme Court. B, the Senate. C, the president's family. The correct answer is B, the Senate.
Good, because I was about about to say it would be wild if your cousin or grandma got to pick judges. That would get awkward at family dinners.
Another important role of the president is being a symbol of the country. When something important happens, good or bad, the president speaks to the nation.
So the president is kind of like the spokesperson for the whole country. That's a lot of pressure. I get nervous just giving a book report.
It is a lot of responsibility. That's why a president can only serve 2 terms, which means a maximum of 8 years in office. Here's my final question for you. How many terms can a president serve? A, 1. B, 2. C, as many as they want. The correct answer is B, 2 terms. The president lives and works in the White House, but the job doesn't stop there. Every decision can affect millions of people across the country.
Wow, so it's not just a job, it's a huge job. No wonder they always look so serious on TV.
Exactly. And the most important thing to remember is this. The president works for the
I'm gonna
people.
pause right here, right?
That's all from us
Because,
today. And thanks for learning with
This
us.
is kind of a controversial part in our country right now. You guys gotta realize this is a time like we have not seen before. Just like I told you before, even though you can't vote, you can encourage your parents to vote. You can influence them by things you learn in here. Now, the government, not just the president, everybody in our government is supposed to work for us. So our responsibility is to vote, so we can pick the people that are going to do the best job for us. All right, class.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. All right, when I say go, I want you to turn and talk to your shoulder partner and go over these 2 questions. What are major roles of the president? And list at least 1 check that we learned about in the video. We're just gonna take a quick minute, so you gotta go, right? Remember, iron sharpens iron, you learn from each other. So help each other out, 1 minute on level 2, go.
What'd you learn?
All right, so what's the role? What's the check? Go ahead, tell me about the check. The word. Ladies and gentlemen, check. What's the check? For our video, just get another one. Just send it. But think about what this has to do with the
And then I said, don't you have like, Congress?
All right, that's back in rows in 5. Tracking me in 4. Level 0 rated share in 3. In 2. See, Dunbar is getting back into control. Jared's tracking level 0. Brooklyn's ready to move on. He's ready in 1. And 0. All right, remember what we shared? We said what you said, what your partner said. What you said, what your partner said. First, just 2 roles. I know we saw some other things. Let me see the hands. See Jordan's hand, Anthony's hand, Zaira's hand, Marcus's hand. Erica wants to share. Erica, she got ESP. She's really begging to share. Go ahead, Erica. Signing bills, leading the military. Anybody got something else? Marcus? Carry out laws, right? So, carry out laws, enforce laws, sign, veto bills, these military. There's one informal one that we can add to, like the spokesperson of our country. All right, checks. Keeping the other branches in check. You remember one, Kashawn?
What, one of the branches?
What's the check for the number 2? And I'm putting you on the spot.
Sorry, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, it's all right. Ms. Riley, go ahead. Overriding vetoes, right? What's another one? What's one more? Zach.
No.
Oh, that's the roll.
Oh,
What's
wait.
up there?
No. I meant to say.
This one was kind of buried and hidden, and I didn't pause on this one. I just want to see if you guys got it. Jordan. Right, Congress approves presidential whips and override, I'm sorry, not over vetoes, override veto. Just take 10 seconds so we can move to our next part of our lesson. See Mason, he's like, I'm ready to roll. I got all that information. Riley's updating her information. Cam is ready to go. All right, ready in 2 seconds. All right, before we move to our next section, I want to just see what you think. Now, class.
Yes.
That's everybody's eyes. And this is just a little thing I want to know. Now, it has to be realistic. Thinking about the powers that the president actually has, right? Whether domestically here in the country or foreign policy elsewhere in the world. What is one thing you would do or one law you would propose as president? What's one thing you would do or one law you would propose as president? Just take 10 seconds to think, okay? Right, class?
Yes.
When I say go, turn and talk to your shoulder partner just for 30 seconds and answer that question. One thing you would do, just quick, one thing you would do or one law you would pass. On level 2, 30 seconds. I have to keep it on my watch, easier. Go.
Shower so low.
Alright, that's back in rows in 10, in 9, in 8, in 7, in 6, in 3. Level 0 tracking in 2, in 1, in 0. Let's see who has the best one. I'm choosing 3 people. I need 3 people. Dunbar. I don't think I've heard you today. Go ahead, put the first one. Can the president really do that? Now, silent hands. If you think the president can say homework is illegal. Silent hands. Somebody did do that?
Yeah, I think I remember reading a document something about someone said homework is illegal.
Well, that's not something really the president can do. Who wants to share theirs? Erica. Paid to go to school, but one thing that the president can influence is the federal minimum wage. It's something that we actually, when you make your bills in here, you're going to debate whether the president should try to influence that policy. Ms. Antonia. What's the word you use? I'm sorry, Mom.
Inflammation.
Inflammation?
Inflation.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. That'd be fun. All right. So, if you hear my voice, stop once. My voice stopped twice. Now, 1 second. I really need you to see this part, okay? Now, I don't hear everybody's eyes. I got you. Tyler, I got you. Now this is part that's so important because while this is a game that we're going to play, I really want to make sure that you understand the point, right? You're going to play the role of president. So that means you're going to be the commander-in-chief, you're going to be in charge of the military. You're going to be doing all of these things as president, and you have to answer this question. How does the president affect the lawmaking process, okay? So what can he do to affect laws? Can the president make laws?
No.
Can the president make laws?
No.
No, we know he can't do that already. But what can he do to influence the lawmaking process? When you are president, how did foreign events, if a leader wants you to come over to their country, if you have to fight a war, how did it affect your ability to focus on national agenda? And that's the things that happen here at home. And how much choice do you have to spend your time? Now, this is one thing I would do, and everybody should be tracking me, Marcus, because I'm going to model for you how to start the game, okay? As you see me model for you this game, I'll be starting writing the steps immediately. Like, okay, what is Mr. Vaught doing as he goes through the game? Starting with the first thing, then the second thing, then the third thing. That way you already have 3 things out of the way. And that way when you play the game yourself, you'll be adding to it, okay? So as I model, your pencil should be in your hand ready to write things down, okay? Now, I'm gonna do this quick. I'm gonna show you actually where the link is. Yesterday, the way I did it wasn't the best, so I'm doing it a different way today, all right? All right, so here are the instructions you have, and it shows you how to do it. So I'm gonna actually show you these different steps. So if you forget, they are right there. Remember, we have that criteria for success. Play the game and make decisions as president. Track what happens. That's the part I'm asking you to start now. Use specific examples from the game. These are going to be the things you need for your exit ticket. And explain how your actions affect the laws of your country that you're going to be running. All right. So, of course, just to make it more real, your Maha, right? Yeah. Right at the top is the link, right? So yesterday I sent the link to you. I think it's easier if you just have it as a standard place.
Chromebooks away until you tell you guys to come out, just pay attention.
Yes, please, not yet, because I really need you to see this. You're gonna, sometimes you gotta click play first and then full screen. The reason you have headphones is because it does have read aloud. And there's certain, if you don't know what the words mean, certain words are highlighted, underlined, so you can figure out what those words mean. All right, click the play button. Remember, click no thanks. Don't make an account. Don't log in because the school's firewall will block you. All right, new game. Normal, we have enough time for you to play a normal game. And this is gonna be me.
Where?
Well, Jane, it looks like we've got a new president in office. Not sure about you, but I've got high hopes for this one.
Now, for the sake of showing you, I'm not gonna let it read everything because it will take some time. But remember, you have that option.
Yes, Ted, I'm certainly looking forward to that State of the Union address.
Now, silent hands, who can tell me what the State of the Union address is? You may have heard that before, State of the Union. Zod.
We were talking about war and stuff. I hadn't heard.
Well, he might talk about war, but
It's
what is it? Well,
it's a
the
speech.
Capitol invites the president to talk about how the country is doing, if it's doing good, bad, or what's going on in the country, okay? So you're going to actually hold
Welcome to Washington,
State of the Union
Mr.
address.
President. As your new Chief of Staff, I'll be aiding you in your duties as
When the
President.
most important people, the president, controls the schedule and
It's now
tells you
time
what
we
to
got
do.
over to the Capitol for you to deliver your State of the Union address.
And you gotta be quick, because if you take too much time, people will start to get upset with you. All right, somebody tell me what our agenda be. Logan.
Health.
Health. Now, this is where you should have your pencil in your hand. That's one of the first things you can do as president. You can, while you can't make laws, you can talk to Congress and suggest things. So everybody should be writing, set your agenda. Set your agenda, and we're gonna do health.
My fellow Americans, I will work to prevent disease, keep people healthy, and make sure sick people get the care they need at an affordable price.
That was awesome, Gene. What an exciting time to be alive.
Whoa there, Ted. Let's see how well this president supports such an ambitious agenda before we get too carried away.
Stop by the White House periodically to check your mailbox.
Now, this mailbox is where you're gonna get the bills, right? And like, let's see if these make sense, because sometimes they put things that don't make sense. So create a public where avoid scams is probably good, right? Offer free classes at libraries to show people how to be safe. That's probably right. We're gonna sign it. Let's see, if it's a bad bill, your approval rating goes down. That means people are upset. But let's see if it's a good one. No, went up. Now, and I understand you guys struggle with this. So, well, first, let's get the second step. What did I just do? What did I just do? Just think about it. What did I just do? Think about what I just did. Go ahead and turn this off with your shoulder partner, just for 10 seconds. Tell your shoulder partner, what did I just do? 10 seconds. Level 2, go. Alright, so what did I just do? What's my other option? I signed the bill. What else can I have done? Cash on. What's that, cash on? What's the word? I signed it. Everybody say veto.
Veto.
What does veto mean again? Rejected, right? Alright, now, this is the part that I really want to make sure you understand
After
because
you
it's
sign a
so
bill into
important.
law, take it to the correct department. Once there, you can delegate the law and help it take effect.
Now, this is one of the premier jobs of president. You have to take it to the appropriate, you have to take it to the appropriate department. So, if you get it wrong, so let's see. Oh, notice my mailbox has something. Let's see if this is right. Oh, I was successful, so my approval rating went up. Now, you're not successful. If I wasn't successful, it will go down. That's our third step that I think you need a little help with.
Mr. President?
It's going to be carry out laws. Carry out laws. Everybody's pencil should be going. Our third step is carrying out the laws.
Where they couldn't carry out the laws under this law.
Anyway.
And I'll pause for like 30 seconds before I release you. Everybody should. What's going on, buddy?
No, why are the computers open?
See, Mason has it already ready. Put this away. You should have those first 3 steps written in the first box. I put it in the yellow box because it's bigger. If you hear my voice, stomp once. Hear my voice, stomp twice. And get everybody's eyeballs. Brooklyn, pause. Okay, Sean's eye, Dunbar's eye. Now what I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to play. I'm going to be looking for you to at least write 2 more steps for the first question. 2 more steps for the first question. We started with 3, which is pretty strong, but you're going to do more things. but 2 more steps I'm gonna be looking for at the end of this time. Antonia, we shouldn't be on Chromebooks right now. Try to meet. Now, you also have to focus on the other one, but what I'm gonna look for is those 2 steps. So when I say go, silently log in to Google Classroom, click the link, and go ahead and get started, okay? Everybody should be logged in within 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the clock, go. Log in first, and then you can go. I'm just bringing you back to the first thing I said was silently, but I heard you chat, okay? Remember, it's a game, but I really want you to focus on what's going on. We'll try it again. We're down to 90 seconds now for you to log in. Jordan, silently logging in. Chromebook on desk, please, sir.
Oh, no.
Cam, silently logging in. Remember, you don't have to listen to the music if you don't want to, but you must have headphones if you choose to.
Mason's gonna be first.
Pause and put in some American scholars that are really meeting their expectations. Jordan's already started. Brooklyn just walked in. We actually gotta give you another minute because I think some screens are just lagging. Typically happens when we all log in at the same time.
Make sure you guys written in that first box, set an agenda, sign vetoes, and carry out laws. The first box on number 1 of your paper.
Sure, it's still lagging. Remember, you forget the steps, you have it on your paper as well. You forget the steps on your paper as well.
You still don't like this time either. Where's your paper?
All right, now I'm scanning out. See who's logged in. Let's see. See Dunbar. This is an executive command, but he, yeah, there we go.
30 minutes post. Oh, you can scroll down. You can scroll down, chat. It's right here.
Alright.
Should be right here.
Those parents and scholars that are all up in, and I am not the time to be on, kid board. Yep, you have time to do that. Alright, family, I'm starting the clock, okay? Remember, in about 10 minutes, you're gonna have to have at least 2 things written for your steps us in the lawmaking process. Sure you don't want to listen? But don't spend a lot of time on picking your avatars. Pick one quickly and go. No. Put your headphones in. Sit.
Mr. Keys, what am I supposed to do now?
Mason, hurry up and do what you're doing in this room.
Guys, you should play full screen so you can see the entire screen.
Yeah.
Sit up. Looks like it comes in. See? There you go. We're under 7 minutes. So I would say even a couple minutes, you probably want to write one thing as far as that you have to do to affect the lawmaking process. All right, cool. Go ahead, get one of mine up back for you, okay? So what happened? Turn it up. All right, about under 4 minutes. What's up? What's going on? What's up? Which one is the best thing? So is it the better thing for anyone to be allowed to be a doctor? Does that make sense? So you don't choose that, right? So you probably. In under 2 minutes. You have to pause to make sure you update your questions. It's a cool man, garden.
What should I do?
I wish I had this. About 45 seconds, I'm gonna pause. Yeah, I can't remember. I put it in different for a couple of. Class.
Yes.
Alright, I'm locking your screens in 3. Locking your screens in 2. We'll figure it out. In 1. And 0. Alright, if you hear my voice, stop once. Uh-oh, I caught you on that one. I'm trying again. If you hear my voice, stop once. Unfortunately, it's time to go to get approved, okay?